one of the things that the artists do is take things we know but can't see and make them visible. So the idea of time, which is this completely vague, invisible concept, there are ways of making it very visible. With film that runs forwards or backwards, so you're aware of time running backwards. And other ways of materializing time, of fracturing, of having two images which are in sync but gradually get out of sync. As soon as one knew there was an absolute number for the speed of light at 186,000 miles per second, then suddenly time becomes distant. And it also threw up ideas of all the images of everything that had happened on Earth expanding out from Earth, and it travels forever unless it gets swallowed by a black hole, which is a scientific postulate about the nature of the cosmos, but it's also a poetic description of what it is to have a grave and a burial. So all these other things which were not about science, but were about human emotions or states of being, very quickly came from the science outwards. Time can run backwards. You can smash the vase and reconstruct it perfectly. And questions of regret, of things you wish you could undo, to unsay, to unsave, to not send the email to the wrong person. We've discovered, I think, that you can put very contradictory kinds of languages right in amongst each other, and we will still make sense of it. So this I wanted both at times to be separate images, connected but not identical, and sometimes for them to be sewn together in a rough collage. And working together with machines inside of the space. The breathing machine on the one hand is a set of human lungs. It's kind of the rhythm section of the whole piece. You can also describe a human being as a clock. So there's a way in which one can think of a body as something that's been wound up at birth and it will keep ticking until it winds down at the end of its allotted years. The megaphones are interesting. They're both a formal element, and they make a very simple way of directing sound. There's a general soundscape of the whole piece, but if you sit under the megaphones or within their angle of sound, you can hear the spoken text very clearly. So you can either choose to listen to the lecture,
We are all constantly broadcasting
or you can let the lecture be a distant sound somewhere else in the room.
but throughout the universe.
I think what you want anyone to take away from it is the possibility of making things like this. As you can see, it's quite crudely handmade. We gave ourselves 2 days to do the film of the blowing up of the meridian. So we would have 2 hours to draw the backdrop, which there were me and other people working on it, saying we need a globe, we need to make a time bomb out of cardboard. And then we'd have an hour to film the sequence. And then we'd paint over the set, and then the same pieces of cardboard draw the next set. There's no great deep theory of time in the piece. It's a celebration of making against the fact of our eventual disappearance. That's the refusal of time. We're not going to escape our journey to the black hole at the end, however fast we dance and run on the way. But that dance and the run is still what it's all about.